I cannot do a video response to your comment, so I'm going to tag you. So you said, right, sure, but every media outlet and promos for show or anything that she's done uses Meghan Markle. And you would be wrong. Since she's married her husband, Prince Harry, she has either gone by Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex or Meghan the Duchess of Sussex or simply Meghan when promoting her projects. Let's take a look. When she guest edited British Vogue, see, it says guest edited by Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. That's Meghan. And she had her Together cookbook. The foreword was by who? Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Now, this took place after they stepped down as being working members of the British royal family, but Elephant, narrated by who? Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. When she wrote her children's book, The Bench, by who? Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Her Netflix show, With Love, Meghan. And let's talk about authenticity, because in the comments when you and I were going back and forth, the main point that creator was trying to drive home was the fact that she feels like Meghan Sussex has an issue with authenticity and the fact that she's not authentic. Is it that she's inauthentic, or is it the fact that you guys bought what the British media was selling? You guys bought into them for nearly a decade now, saying that she's fake, a phony, she's cold, she's shrewd, she's a narcissist, she's evil, she's a destroyer, all these things. And since she's not running around town behaving in this manner, you guys feel duped. And since you feel duped, you feel like she's not being herself. Just say the quiet part out loud. Just say that you want her to act.
Yes, just say the quiet part out loud and with your full chest. Asha has been dropping truth bombs that hit harder than a royal scandal, exposing the ugly underbelly of prejudice in the UK media and the royal family. Her sharp insights cut through the facade, forcing us to confront the deliberate smear campaign against Meghan Sussex. The UK media, those self-appointed guardians of propriety, have spent years painting Meghan Sussex as loud, obnoxious and unpolished, a caricature so absurd it's laughable if it weren't so vicious. And let's not pretend the royal family is innocent. They've been complicit spectators, if not active participants, in this grotesque theatre of bigotry. Why? Because Meghan Sussex is beyond refined, highly educated, and could school them all in etiquette lessons they're too arrogant to admit they need. They're mad, seething with envy, and they've shown their prejudice in full Technicolor glory. Let's dismantle this nonsense piece by piece, starting with the media's relentless assault. But who is Meghan Sussex, really? Far from the unpolished interloper the media portrays, she's a paragon of achievement and grace. Educated at Northwestern University, one of America's top institutions, she graduated in 2003 with a double major in theatre and international studies. That's no small feat. Northwestern's rigorous programs demand intellectual rigor and cultural savvy. She didn't stop at academics. Her time there included a study abroad in Madrid, broadening her worldview in ways the stuffy Windsors could only dream of. Before stepping into the royal spotlight, Meghan Sussex built a career as an actress, advocate, and entrepreneur. She starred in a hit TV series, founded a lifestyle brand, and worked with the United Nations on gender equality. Her scholarships for academic excellence speak to her dedication, reducing tuition burdens through sheer merit. This is a woman who navigated Hollywood's cutthroat world with elegance, only to be vilified by a media machine that resents her success. The royal family, with their parade of underachievers propped up by birthright, must squirm at the comparison. Meghan Sussex isn't just refined, she's a masterclass in modern sophistication, blending intellect with empathy in a way that exposes the monarchy's outdated pomp as the farce it is. The prejudice runs deeper, rooted in racism and sexism that the UK media and royal family have normalised. Academic analyses, like those from The Conversation, link the coverage to entrenched biases, where Meghan Sussex's biracial heritage becomes a lightning rod for hatred. British tabloids have a long history of bullying, but their treatment of her elevates it to an art form. Headlines comparing her to Straight Outta Compton or criticising her exotic DNA aren't subtle. They're blatant dog whistles. A 2021 study in ethnic and racial studies dissected how media frames her as an other, perpetuating stereotypes that echo colonial-era prejudices. And the royal family. They've fanned the flames with their silence. When allegations surfaced of concerns over her child's skin colour within palace walls, it wasn't just a slip. It was the quiet part said out loud. King Charles and his ilk, who preach unity from their gilded thrones, have done zilch to combat this. Instead, they've scapegoated Meghan Sussex to deflect from their own rot, like the Andrew Epstein saga or Camilla's checkered past. It's hypocrisy on steroids, and it's time we call it what it is. Institutional racism masquerading as tradition. Critics of the media's bias point to how it sends a chilling message to Black Britons and people of colour worldwide. Meghan Sussex's saga isn't isolated. It's a mirror reflecting Britain's unresolved racial demons. NBC News reported that her treatment has disillusioned young POC, who saw her entry into the monarchy as a sign of progress, only to watch it crumble under prejudice. The tabloids' pack mentality, day after day of lies and distortions, has normalised racism, making it acceptable to troll a woman for daring to exist outside the pale, literally and figuratively. The royal family's complicity is even more damning. They could have issued statements, curbed the leaks, or shown solidarity. But no. Buckingham Palace's response has been a masterclass in evasion. Prioritising recollections may vary over accountability. It's as if they're allergic to introspection, clinging to a system that rewards mediocrity while punishing excellence from those who don't fit the mould. Delve into the gender dynamics, and the picture gets uglier. Meghan Sussex, a self-made woman with agency, threatens the patriarchal foundations of both media and monarchy. She's criticised for being difficult or bossy, labels never slapped on male royals for similar assertiveness. Harper's Bazaar highlighted how her coverage reeks of sexism, with stories framing her as manipulative while ignoring parallel behaviours in others. The royal family, led by a king who couldn't manage his own marriages without scandal, has the audacity to judge her. Please. Their treatment, from denying her security to leaking stories, reeks of control, not concern. It's a stark reminder that for women, especially women of colour, the glass ceiling in Britain is reinforced with royal steel. Broader societal implications can't be ignored. This prejudice doesn't stop at palace gates. It permeates UK culture, emboldening online trolls and real-world bigots. Research from the University of Memphis frames her coverage as Pride and Prejudice, where American media offers a more balanced view, exposing Britain's unique venom. The royal family's failure to evolve, stuck in a bygone era of deference, fuels this fire. They've lost relevance, alienating younger generations who see through the charade. Meghan Sussex's resilience, in contrast, inspires she's forged ahead with philanthropy, from mental health advocacy to women's empowerment, proving her worth beyond titles. The envy is palpable. Meghan Sussex's education and poise highlight the royal family's deficiencies. While she earned her stripes through hard work, they've inherited privilege without merit. Her double degree from Northwestern, coupled with UN speeches and global impact, dwarfs their ceremonial ribbon cutting. No wonder they're mad. They're outclassed. The media, lapdogs to the establishment, amplifies this insecurity with prejudiced narratives, but the truth is breaking through. In the end, this isn't just about one woman. It's about dismantling a system rotten with bias. The UK media and royal family have shown their true colours, and it's time they face the music. Meghan Sussex isn't the problem. She's the mirror they fear. By saying the quiet part out loud, we expose their prejudice and demand better. Asha's truth bombs are just the start. Let's keep the explosion going until the facade crumbles.